What's going on, guys? It's the Worst Duelist. Welcome to the Worst Yu-Gi-Oh podcast with a exceptionally special guest. Actually, I'm a big fan of yours, man. We got Mr. Shannon Long here, the absolute unit, the Mech God for sure. But yeah, I was watching his streams and I ended up reaching out to him, and he said he would be down to do an episode of the podcast. So here we are with all 60 viewers. Let's fucking run it, baby. So I don't know if you want to give yourself any sort of introduction beyond that. We got the little mech prince here too, in case you missed that. We're chilling with the baby boy.
The grind never stops. Yeah. So yeah, Shannon Long, YouTube, Twitch, Column King. I'm the Mech Knight guy. The guy with tops with Mech Knights. Nothing too crazy, man. Just a guy playing his favorite deck. That's
yeah, for sure. I'm definitely here for it. Definitely here for it. Okay, so I have a little bit of structure with the podcast, so we'll kind of just go down a list. I'll run some stuff by you, and that's kind of just going to be the format that we go with. So the first thing I always ask the guests is, so if you had to compare yourself to any of the Yu-Gi-Oh anime characters across any of the series, which one would you choose? And I, of course, already have one for you, so I'll let you know whenever you're done.
You have one for me already?
Oh yeah, I already thought. I put a little bit of thought into this, man.
Oh man, man, there's so many good characters though, and so many favorites.
And fucking none of them are black, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, none of them, bro. Not one.
God damn it.
Surprisingly, one of my favorite characters, as shicey as it sounds, I love Weevil, bro. I don't know, I love Weevil.
He's actually, bro, he's the Japanese national champion. The guy's actually the Stones, but of course he gets memed on in the show. But yeah, that's actually a good one. I actually almost did choose that, to be honest, because that guy like one tricks a deck, right? Which is something I wouldn't really call you one trick, because you definitely fuck around with a lot of other stuff. But I feel like a lot of people would label you as the one trick mech guy. But I did almost pick that, because Weevil does have a lot of success. But what I actually chose for you was Zane Truesdale. And the reason I chose Zane Truesdale is similar reasons. Like, he's a Cyber Dragon guy. Everyone knows Zane is the Cyber Dragon guy. But like, most of all, Zane's just fucking cool. You know what I mean? Like, you're just a cool guy, and Zane Truesdale is a cool guy. You guys like have an aura about each other, and Zane isn't like the snarky, overconfident guy, kind of like Kaiba, where they're very similar characters, but Zane is a bit more of like a down-to-earth person, which is definitely what I get from you whenever I just like watch your content or just tune into your streams occasionally. So I picked Zane for you. It's a pretty good one. Yeah, it's a pretty good one, right? Okay, so
wait, what about yourself though?
I actually never thought about that one at all. Probably like fucking Rex Raptor or some shit. Just like actually dog water. But like he acts like he's the Stones, and then he's actually just dog shit. So yeah, probably. He's also got long hair, the beanie, Rex Raptor, probably. But I never really did think about it. Also, I fucking hate dinos, so maybe that's not the way. But I don't know. That's a good, man. I really should put more thought into that, huh? No one's ever asked me that. Fuck, you put me on the spot. Okay, so the next couple are just gonna be sort of like rapid fire, just like generic questions. So of course, what got you started? Of course, everyone watches the anime when they're younger, but like, what made you want to play like actual competitive Yu-Gi-Oh? Because it's a niche within a niche within a niche within a niche. So.
Well, you mean competitive Yu-Gi-Oh or Yu-Gi-Oh?
No, I mean competitive Yu-Gi-Oh. It made you really want to commit to trying to actually get good, and not just fucking summon Dark Magician and attack for game. Told you I was a master.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people always have regardless if they're playing Yu-Gi-Oh or not. I mean, I have the competitive mindset no matter what I do. So once I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm just having fun, and then you're new to the game, you losing all the time, and you already have the competitive mentality. So I was like, fuck it, I want to start winning. I want to be able to beat my friends all the time. So yeah, that's
what I get a lot for that question. Honestly, it's just like I don't know if you know Tatsim, Dutch guy. He's a European guy. You know what I'm talking about?
Ooh.
No, Tatsim. Marijn van Dubenvolden?
Oh, yeah.
He actually put it the best in episode 2. He was like, it's just only human nature to just want to be better at stuff. So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's honestly why I took it seriously, too. Tired of fucking playing Hunders and one-tricking Shockmaster and then dying after they killed my Shockmaster. But, yeah, it was a different time. All right, so the next one... Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I was playing my first ever deck I started playing in 2014 was the Azure Blue Eyes structure deck.
That was tier 1, bro. That was tier 1.
Yeah. Oh my, no, it was not. No, it was not.
Oh, you're right. You're right. 2015 is when that deck won Worlds, right?
Yeah, no, it was like 2016.
Yeah, because you're right.
Yu-Gi-Oh,
you're right. It was like Whitestone.
When I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh, Gear was the best deck when I started playing.
Oh, you're so right. Yeah, you're so right, bro. That shit was cancer. Yeah,
it was so bro.
Deck was good.
Playing that. Yeah, people were just beating the dog shit out of me with my Blue Eyes deck.
Yeah, that's right. Medolce was like a rogue pick back then. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Blue Eyes was ass for like 2 years. Yeah, it's definitely true. All right, so the next one's just kind of like stuff I feel like people would just like spam in your like Twitch live chat. So I'm just gonna ask it here. Just get it out of the way. What kind of sleeves do you use, Shannon?
Oh, you already know, baby. We're Legacy sleeves. I got you right now.
Oh, the Konami ones, the Japanese ones.
Japanese ones, yes. So if not the World Legacy sleeve that I like use for everything right here. I love it.
Yeah, the best.
If not this, then I love it. If not that, then I always use Hyper Matte White.
KMC. Okay, nice. What kind of box do you use?
Kind of box? I actually have had the same box for about 3 years now. This one right here. Wait, 3 years? Whatever year this one came out. This is the box I opened.
Nice. Did you buy that online? Did you win that?
My boy actually gave it to me for free.
It must be nice, dude. It's a sick box.
For free, yeah.
It's definitely sick.
It is. It's really
just basic plastic. Double box is double box, right? Or is it a single?
Yeah, double box.
Okay, nice. What kind of mat do you go for? Spellgrounds, right?
I used to. So yeah, I like Spellgrounds, but I think I'm starting to shift more towards like just the regular, like the ones you get for regionals and stuff. Like
the fucking mouse pad, really?
Yeah. And I even though I play Mech Knights, obviously, I kind of like mats without the
Mech Knights or the card art,
like the zones.
Oh yeah, like the regional mats.
For some reason, For some reason, I like them without the zones. Even though I'm playing Mech Knights, I want the zones.
Yeah, I know what the fuck. Sure. It's just displaying how prolific you are, right?
Yeah, right.
We don't even need it. That's pretty good. Yeah, there's a lot of sick artwork on those mats, so I definitely don't blame you. But I am a fan of cloth mats. I don't know. It's like my elitist bullshit, but
yeah, I think my favorite one is the if not the Appaloosa one, I really like the Appaloosa one. I forget which year that is. The regional Appaloosa one. You know what I'm talking about?
No, of course I know what you're talking about. It's Matt sick.
Yeah, that one. Not that one, then probably the Skull Dread one. The Skull Dread.
Dude, yeah. Skull Dread's such a sick card. Apparently, if you look at the Japanese name, it's implied that it's a true Draco. Like it's within that, or like a true king. It's like within that realm of lore. Yeah. I forget what his name is, but it was like the original translation. Because you know how when we get OCG cards, it goes through like 3 name changes sometimes. Like E-Dragons were like Suppressor Dragons, then they were Incarnate Dragons, and then they were finally Elemental Dragons that came out. But yeah, one of the versions implied that it was a true Draco card. Just cool. Weird bit of lore there. But anyway, that's irrelevant. What kind of binder do you use?
I actually suck at holding on to cards, so I do not have a binder.
Nice. Thin air. Yes, sir. The bulk box in my closet.
Multiple deck boxes. That's what I do.
Oh my god, you're the worst. Yeah, you got trades. Yeah, I got this one, and hold on, just fucking digging through Hermione's bag from fucking Harry Potter. Yeah.
It is literally me, bro. I'm the worst, bro.
I think there's some stuff in here. It might just be common, so yeah. You're the worst, bro. That's mad funny. It's mad funny. Okay, so next one I got for you is what else are you into? What I know you like anime for sure. You're definitely a big fan of Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter. And there goes your fucking webcam, and there goes the little baby boy with the cheeky smile. My god. But yeah, seriously, what are you into beyond just playing Yu-Gi-Oh? I know it kind of consumes us, but
yeah, nothing crazy. Like sports, working out, basketball, football. Like you said, you already hit anime. I'm like huge on anime, obviously. Just movies in general. I mean, just hanging out with the boys, man, honestly.
Yeah, I hear you. It's hard to do that when you got a little one, though. It definitely is. I had to, fucking square off a day a week to go see the guys. Right. I'm actually going to go to Locals later. Right. So, yeah. But, yeah, no, it makes sense. I know you're big into basketball, too, because just from watching your content, you got the jerseys and shit. So, yeah, definitely cool. You don't play music? Don't have any interest in playing music or anything like that?
I mean, I'm like any other person on the face of the earth that loves music. Obviously, I tried learning how to
right, but
it's
music. Yeah.
Apparently, you need talent for that.
It turns out. It said we play Yu-Gi-Oh. That's mad funny. You don't play games? You don't play video games?
Oh my god! So I used to play video games heavy. This is gonna sound crazy, but actually I have not like faithfully played video games since I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh, which is 2014.
I kind of stopped playing games a lot after I had a kid, to be honest. Yeah. But I'm big into JRPGs and stuff. I love shit like that, like Final Fantasy and all kinds of shit. We go off the deep end whenever it comes to JRPGs on my side of things. But cool. So definitely interesting. Some insight.
I also play Pokemon too. I don't know.
Oh, you play Pokemon TCG?
Yeah, I do play Pokemon. I actually do.
I play
Pokemon.
Go ahead.
Flesh and Blood?
Oh, I know Flesh and Blood, yeah.
I played that as well. I was playing this other game, Argent Saga, before it ended. Unfortunately, that game was awesome.
That's a computer game, right?
Argent Saga? No, it was a card game.
No, but it's a computer game, is it not?
It is not to my knowledge.
And there's physical Argent Saga. I thought that was an online game. Huh. I guess I missed it. I must be thinking of something else. Definitely not Hearthstone. Okay, guys, I'm not that fucking stupid. I know what Hearthstone is. Yeah, I went through a phase where I played Magic heavy. Like, I completely dropped Yu-Gi-Oh! Right when Lynx came out, because I was like, fuck, I don't want anything to do with this. So I actually went on this streak of playing Magic competitively for like 2 years. That was dog shit, of course. That game's impossibly hard, to be honest. And I think the big gate with a lot of other card games from when you come from your primary one is people just have been playing for so fucking long. It's just so hard to close the gap unless you're just a fucking hyper nerd, but you know, it is what it is.
I think Yu-Gi-Oh is pretty good at that too, because the game there's a lot of complex interactions and stuff, but like you can learn Yu-Gi-Oh and get good at it pretty fast if you actually commit to it.
Yeah, no, you gotta play like fucking 4 times a week at least. But you know, usually whenever you get into Yu-Gi-Oh, there's always a group of guys that want to play test every day. That was my squad for the longest. We get off work and just play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yep, same.
Yep, indeed. Seems good. Okay, sick. All right, so now we can get into the good stuff. All right, this is what we came here for. So I would like to get your opinion on the current state of Mech Knights.
The current state of Mech Knights,
like where it stands right now, in the current metagame, outside of like a tier list, of course, because that's, you know what I'm saying, but.
It's outside of what?
Like a tier list. Like obviously it's a rogue deck, but like where does it stand amongst everything else?
I mean, I love Mech Knights. Obviously, I'm always going to say it's the greatest deck of all time.
Yeah.
But, as it stands right now, it has pretty good matchup against literally every single deck, depending on which route you take. Because it's Mech Knights. You know, anyone can build it their own type of way and play it accordingly. Like for me specifically, I tend to play 0 hand traps and just go second. And then there's other builds that play nothing but hand traps to try and combat the boards and then try to follow up what plays. It depends on which route you take, but this format, it has a pretty good standing against literally everything. I found that the only matchup where like I actually had to sit there and think about my interactions and what I have to do is Drytron. Like that's it, and it's only because of Orange Light and Ultimate.
Too much,
literally every single other deck this format we do not struggle. Mech Knights does not struggle.
I completely agree. I was thinking about this earlier today before we started too, and it's kind of like, you know, going into a tri board of just considering Appaloosa, Revolt, the 2 things that you will know for sure they have, just summon purple.
Yeah,
and then they go Revolt, and then they go, you know, Shurig Effect, and you go Chain Effect, they can Appaloosa, do whatever you want, you know what I'm saying? And from there, the game is yours, because you're really just trying to play around that Revolt, and then it may be a strike or whatever. But, you know, we have Lightning Storms and stuff like that.
Storms, Dark Bolter,
Kaijus, so all kinds of stuff. You know, I don't know, you don't play Alpha, but some people play Alpha. But, and then, you know, we don't have to worry about something like a pure Zoo deck anymore. Dragon Link is just free for the deck as well. You know, double bounce, it's like, sure, dude, I'm playing Mech Knights. Like I can bait double bounce and then just normal Gearsu and go yeehaw. Right. So yeah, I definitely agree. Virtual World, I feel like can be a bit challenging. It just depends on exactly the composition of your hand, but that's just playing mechs in general. You gotta really just like sit down and open your 6 and then go, all right, Do we got it like that?
Yeah.
And more often than not, you got it like that because the deck is very consistent. Yeah. I think one of the only things that we really need for the list is a Link 1. And I feel like a lot of people are just like, well, at that point, just play the Sengen build. And it's like, no, that's not the same. That's definitely not the same, like, whatsoever. If we had the ability to go normal gear suit, imperm, and then you go Link 1, it could be a fucking vanilla. Yeah. We're in. We're literally just in there.
Literally. Literally.
And I feel like,
would be amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's also why they won't print one, because that is broken for that deck, man.
Yeah. It really is. It really is.
It writes itself too.
Yeah. Oh man.
The art would just be fucking World Chalice Dog Dragon. It would just be Imduck, but like some like mech variation.
Right.
God, it's just I don't know. We'll see one day. Well, you know what I was playing before. And I ended up like shelving the deck a while ago, just because I'm just not you. So I'm just like, I don't got it like that. I just remember going to play tests at locals. Because I go, like I said, I go once a week for a couple hours. I remember going there and just getting like fucking 9-0'd. I was like, good God. And it was just like at the time, I was like, they just have too much, bro. I just can't fucking play through this. Because I think the last time I played the deck was after the smoke grenade ban, but my buddy was still on the Invernable deck. And he still just put up fucking, Dolphin and like 4 guys and Omega Rip and shit. And I'm just like, I just can't fucking beat this shit, dude. And I forgot what else I was playing against too. It was like pranks, but I just like never had the way to beat him. It's just But the last build that I tried before I did that was a Mech Zoo list because Tenki is column.
Your video.
Oh, you actually watched that? That's so funny. That deck was mad insane. Like that was probably my favorite iteration of the deck that I have played until I revisited it very briefly whenever you were back to posting content regularly. When you were like, we played the Triple Talents, we played Prosperity. I tried that build as well. That build was fantastic because of how consistent it was. But dude, that Mech Zoo list was so nuts because I always opened Tenki, so I was just like, woo! Just fucking going crazy, dude. I played Megaclops too for the cheese. That shit was so fun, dude. But honestly, what I was trying to do there was kind of in the same vein as like, we don't have a fucking Link 1, so I'm like, this is 1-card column, so I'm like, I'll try this, I guess. So I don't know, and maybe something to try again, because a lot of the time I just fucking shit out Hammer Kong and just linked him away. I like never made Dryden, like that did never come up. I played it, but it never happened. And also the free Zeus was nice, but that was definitely.
I heard free Zeus is nice.
Yeah, well, that was definitely something that I considered again recently as well. I was like, maybe that's a route that I could take, but I don't know. It would need extensive testing.
Yeah, I'm testing like a lot of stuff right now in the works.
Yeah, the shit changes constantly. Yeah, for sure. It's awesome. It's a fantastic deck. I love it for sure. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was actually how I discovered you, and probably a lot of people. I just wanted to go over this with you. The old PPG footage, bro. I remember one night it was like fucking like 11 o'clock at night or something. And yeah, I'm gonna fangirl for a second here because you are the Stones. But I remember it was like 11 o'clock at night. My chick was asleep, and I'm like, I'm gonna check out some tournament coverage. I want to watch. I was like doing something. It's like fucking testing hands or something. I just threw on that tournament. I think it was like it was all the Swiss rounds. I watched all the Swiss rounds, and then I watched your first round and was like, what the fuck is happening here? Who is this guy? And then when I got to Top Cut, I'm like, this guy has just been fucking sweeping these dudes. And like, dude, I cannot tell you the fucking shit-eating grin that I had on my face during that finals match. And like the crushing disappointment whenever you lost to that Guru guy. I was just like, no, I was rooting for this guy so hard, bro. And I kid you not, I went on TCG, I put down my cards and went on TCG Player and bought the whole Mech Core. Like right after watching that tournament, I'm like, this deck's insane, bro. This guy's a god. This dude's a fucking master. But what I really wanted to bring this up for was, What was it like going into that top cut where you were like, damn, I fucking did it? And then whenever you snowballed, what was that like? What was like going through your head at the time?
So going into it, honestly, going into the tournament, like I was pretty confident because I was that the week prior I just topped the YCS, like literally the week before with the same exact
Fort Worth,
list.
right?
And I was like, all right. You said what?
Fort Worth, right?
Yeah, Fort Worth. So I was like, all right, I know what my deck does. I built my deck to like, combat the format, and it's been doing pretty good. I literally went into that and I was like, I should probably win this PBG. Like I'm most likely going to win this if I just keep the list the same. And I was literally going through the motions. I got the top. I was like, all right, all I got to do is win the next ones. And then there I was at finals with the same exact list. Nothing changed.
That was definitely something that I noticed just the way you moved. I'm like, this is just clockwork to this guy, bro. This guy is just, it's all up here, dude. This guy's just fucking a goddamn fucking algorithm machine. It's just like processing the data as it comes in. Like you're like literally like Deep Blue, the fucking chess machine. It's like, it's insane, dude. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, no, it definitely makes sense. That was like it was the perfect time.
Yeah. Because so prior, like the deck's hardest matchup was Thunder Dragons, obviously. Summon Colossus.
No blue.
4
no
out
purple.
of 5 cards in my hand are just dead, right? But then how the format shifted, Thunder Dragon was a lot less popular because it gets bodied by Orcus. Orcus does not give a fuck about a Colossus. They laugh at Colossus. They didn't care at all.
Nope.
So I'm like, all right, I'm probably going to be seeing a bunch of Orcus, a bunch of Lunar Lights, a bunch of, Sky Strikers. And that's literally what the format was. Like barely any Thunder Dragons because everyone was scared. So I was like, I should probably win this.
It's a lot of free matchups,
yeah.
And it figures like Guru is also just cake for the deck. Play key, win.
Yeah, I played out pretty well. And obviously I'm a good sport, but I was so pissed that I lost to Guru because it is inherently an easy matchup.
Yeah, dude, he just had it like that, bro. The guy just had it like that.
They literally search a trap card that is literally a free column because it never leaves the board.
Yep. Yeah.
The final battle, it just gets us every time. I'm like, well, that's a free column for the rest of the game. Like literally.
I remember I rewatched that recently. It was like, how the fuck did he lose this? Good God. This is like, because we sweep that deck all day long for sure. But that's why I actually brought up Hyperia when I was watching your stream the other day. I'm like, bro, that build was nuts. We should just fucking play it again. That shit's insane. Right. Because everyone's expecting the gear suit. No one's gonna fucking negate Hyperia until it's game 3 and they're like, okay, I should probably negate this card. But you know what I'm saying? Oh man.
Draw one, bro.
Yeah, for sure. It's nuts. Definitely nuts. But yeah, no, definitely makes sense. That's what I'm saying, bro. Zane Truesdale, just go in with the confidence. But you're such a cool guy about it. So I'm saying, bro, Zane Truesdale. So now this is something that is also kind of interesting to me because, like I said, I feel like a lot of people view you as the one-trick mech guy, but you've currently been on a lot of different stuff. Actually, you've been playing some BA. You were playing Marincess. So what's the deal with that?
Yeah, so obviously because of COVID, there's no like in-person play. Obviously, no prominent events except online. So I kind of had the mentality where like, all right, mech is my favorite deck. It's always gonna be my favorite deck. I know the ins and outs of the deck. Sure, I might piss off a couple of my fans, but at the end of the day, I want to have fun. I mean, I'm always gonna have fun, but I want to, just try a couple other things because if there's no prominent events, and if I'm playing mechs, I'm trying to win. Like, if I want to win, I'm gonna play my best deck that I'm best with. So if there's no prominent events and there's no need for me to like be constantly winning with the same deck, then I'm just putting it down for a little bit to enjoy some of my other favorite decks. That's all I'm really doing.
Yeah, I hear you.
My favorite meta deck of all time is Burning Abyss. So I was like, that's the first deck I picked up. I was like, all right, I'm gonna pick up Burning Abyss. Let's kill him with it. It's so awesome. Burning Abyss and then
go ahead.
And then Marincess. Such a weird choice, but yeah, Marincess. I love Marincess.
No, the Marincess shit's good, man. It's a 1-card combo deck. I mean, it's supposed to be consistent unless we go 3 turns without drawing a starter, but it should happen. But did you
actually?
Go ahead.
I feel like I actually kind of perfected the Marincess build. I've been playing every day at remote locals, and I'll go X1 literally every night, every single night. The deck is extremely consistent, and I finally got a pretty good build that combats the meta pretty well.
It's also, I feel like you and I are quite similar in the ways of like we like to play those weird like off meta strategies. Like I'm actually really big into Neptus, and no one knows what my cards do. Yeah, the Neptus, the ritual stuff.
Ritual shit?
Yes, sir.
Yo, those cards have so much potential, bro.
They're insane, bro. It floats like a mug too, dude. The deck's nuts. And that's what I'm saying, bro. You just have the advantage of no one knows what my shit does, and then I end on Avermax with IP, and then some more with Barrier Stature. I'm like, this is basically Averdina. This is basically Block BA without the Nat Beast. Like, I mean, you got the Dark Ruler, you got it like that, but I mean, enjoy it.
Right.
And then we bring out the Apex Avian on the following end phase. And it's just like, it's more fun to play those sort of off strategies, and like I said, it gives you an advantage. So I'm definitely here for the Marincess stuff. As far as the BA list, though, I wanted to ask you: did you play the card for card? That one guy, I think it was Gabe, the guy that won nationals that one year. Did you play his card for card, the 50 card list?
You talking about now?
Yeah, I'm talking about the list you've been playing, the BA list. A lot of people, it's gained a lot of popularity because of that guy.
So the BA list that is literally my own personal list.
Oh, okay. So it's you kind of went off 40, on your own cards. Way. Okay.
Yeah. I've won one case tournament with it so far. This is this format. Won one case tournament, got second in another because I lost the missing line because I'm a dumbass, and been doing pretty good like online with it as well.
Nice. So it's like all the good BA cards and traps, right?
Yeah. Actually, I play 0 trap. Well, I play 2 trap cards. I play 2 imperms. It's literally so
hand traps instead.
Theory that it's all hand traps. It's literally Zeus Turbo. It's just Zeus Turbo. That's all it is.
Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it definitely makes a lot of sense. And then you just like get value off the floating. Yeah, it's definitely a good take.
I heard Zeus was a good card. I was like, I'm gonna put 3 in the deck and see where this goes.
Yeah. That's actually like I've been playing Quants, Super Quant, the Power Ranger deck. Bro, that deck's nuts too, dude. Because no one knows what those cards do either. And then I float infinitely and then make Zeus, and I'm like, enjoy it. It's have fun. We hard make the rank 5 and then slap Gaia Charger over it and then summon Zeus. Like, format Zeus, you weren't ready for that one, were you? They always think I'm gonna make Great Magnus. I never make Great Magnus. You're gonna use your entire hand to make Great Magnus. You get it with fucking 6 materials, we gotta use your whole hand. But that's been a lot of fun on my end.
Remember back in the day, Brilliant Fusion, that deck was nuts back in the
Triple Chicken Game? I'm sickened.
Yeah. Oh, it was nuts.
Yeah, that shit was really fun. 3 Upstart too, I think. God, that was nuts.
It was nuts.
What a time to be alive. It's like, you think about it now, though, it's like Colossus with like way more steps. But you know,
literally.
I digress. Anyway, so I always like to offer a section on the podcast for the guests. Do you have any questions for me? Do you want to bring up any topic of yourself we could talk about? If not, it's completely fine. We can move on. I got other shit to talk about. I know I'm putting you on the spot here, but I always do like to extend a bit of time for you to bring up something or whatever.
Yeah, no problem, bro. I mean, honestly, I don't really have that many questions. I just like letting you know, like, I like your videos. Your videos are awesome.
It's like, I'm just glad to be here, guys. All right. Okay. Nice.
I do have one question. I do have one question actually. How much of a prominent competitive player? Like, what is your goal? Like,
it's honestly.
How competitive do you plan to be?
Honestly, man, these days it's just too hard for me. It's also with COVID too. But in order for me to like get on remote duels, because I don't have a good setup. Like, I'm in my living room right now. Like, I'm on my couch. Like, I don't have a room to like go and completely seclude myself. So I'm just not fucking trying to sit in my living room for like 6 hours while my chick just does nothing and I just sit on remote duels. So I kind of shelved it for now. Maybe once we got real tournaments, I'll put a little more effort in. But as of right now, I'm just coasting, bro. I just want to play some Yu-Gi-Ohs with the boys, man. But you know, I also, for the longest, even prior to this, I never really had the ability to travel to like a YCS and make enough money and shit. Like I fucking left my parents' house when I was like 19, so I was struggling basically. I'm fucking trying to pay my bills, bro. I ain't got time to fucking take off work and go play Yu-Gi-Oh. So, yeah, basically what I'm saying is I'm fucking dog water, dude. But I love the game, so you know, here I am doing this. But so it's just casual for now. But I do hope to one day test myself.
I want to see you once in person play, bro. I have a list of people that I've met since COVID. Literally, that's the one thing that's happened since COVID. it's weird that ever since COVID has happened, I've met way more people in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's so funny.
Made a lot of friends. It's so weird, right? Because you go to events before COVID, you go to events, meet a bunch of people, blah blah blah. But like, I feel like I made, and not just me, just a bunch of people have made a lot more connections with each other.
Right, a little bit more lasting than just like bullshitting at the tournament. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's cool. That's definitely cool.
Definitely have
cool.
to connect. I definitely have to see you at a regional or a YCS.
Oh yeah, bro, we can link up. That'd be sick. I'll be at table 230. I'll be like, it's my boy. It's table 16, bro. The Mech Knights, my boy. But you know, it'll be all right. But it's also probably gonna be my own fault because every time I go to an event, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna play a meta deck. We're just gonna do it, or we just want to win. And I get there, I'm like, yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna play heroes.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
I do that every fucking time. Do that. I swear to God.
I played tellers in a format where you do not play tellers. Like, yeah, it's just. Yeah.
I played fucking sub pairs in zoo format when Guru wasn't even out yet.
I was literally the guy. The week the new list dropped, I'm like, I'm playing Dragon Link Keck W Pog. But I did okay actually. I actually did okay. It was like a 100-person tournament. I think I got like 26th or 7th. Just ended up losing to some variants. Shit, I just couldn't do shit about. A lot of time I'm looking at this Chaos Creator in my hand, like, man, I can't fucking summon this thing. So, you know. But you know, I digress. But all right. So, 2 more things. First. What's the future of Column King? I know you're doing a lot of streaming, but I know that you also would like to post more. So I just, what are your plans if you care to entertain that question?
Honestly, to do exactly that, you know, be able to stream consistently as much as possible to get my, you know, page up, get a little bit of revenue in. But that's it's kind of not feasible right now. I mean, I'm trying to the best of my ability, but because of my kid, you know, I can't be as consistent as I want to be. You know how it is.
Yeah,
we just talked about this.
Man.
You know how it is.
Get it in while you can.
That's honestly the goal is to be able to consistently, you know, produce content for the fans.
It'd be nice. We see here's a strat, right? You just save like 30K and then you quit your job, right? That's got to be the move, right? Like you get all your gear and then you save a shitload of money, you just quit your job. It's the move. Exactly. You know, but also the problem with us is, you know, we're just some guys. We're just some guys. You know, we're out here, we're doing stuff, right? But we're, like I said before, it's a niche within a niche within a niche within a niche, and it's so saturated as it is. So it's hard. It's really hard to get your name out there. You know, I look at someone like I mention this guy a lot, and I kind of feel bad. I'm not picking on this guy, okay? I look at someone like Lord Trent. You know who Lord Trent is? You ever seen him? A lot of casual profiles.
Lord Trent.
Yeah, don't worry about Lord Trent. But the point about Lord Trent is, he has like 26, 27K. So like that's respectable for someone who's not a Farfa head-to-head battles a Team Samurai of the space, right? So it's like 26. It's pretty good. But the guy just like posts like, you know, the worst Dark Magician deck profile I've ever seen, and I'm like. See, even if this guy's, you know, it's so saturated that this guy's there. I'm like, I'm just like, just a dude, you know what I mean? But honestly, that guy, like I said, I feel like I'm picking on that guy, but that dude honestly has the strat because he's just hones on the casual guys. I imagine he's a casual player himself, but it gets the views. So, you know, I digress, but I hear you. I'm here for it too. It's something I would like to do. Get a space, like I said. Stream more, work on the channel. Definitely the move. All right, so the last thing that I got for the podcast is, what do you think is something that like you believe about the game? It could be any aspect of the game at all that you would, anyone else would think is just insane. It could be like a hard truth, a misconception, or just something that you think to be actually 100% factual about playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Or just the game in general.
Honest truth that I believe about the game that, I mean, it's not for everyone, obviously, but I honestly believe like Yu-Gi-Oh! Playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitively or casually or whatever, it's literally a lifestyle. Yep. As crazy as it sounds, like this game. So I started playing in 2014. My life wouldn't be the way it is if I wasn't playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
We wouldn't be on this Discord call.
Yeah.
It's true, man. It's 100% true.
It's really like, ever since I started playing this game, like so many paths have been opened, so many friends have been made, so many connections with so many different people. Like this game has literally, playing this game has literally changed my life. As crazy as that.
No, that is so true.
Honestly, this little guy would not be here if I wasn't playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I swear to God.
What makes you say that?
I wouldn't have met his mother if I wasn't playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's insanity. You're lying. What the fuck is she doing in a card shop? You're bullshitting me.
I met his mother coming from locals, literally coming from locals, taking a bus so that I can go to a regional.
That's nonsense.
I met her on the bus.
That's a real New York story, isn't it?
Yeah, literally, bro. Literally.
That is mad funny. So yeah, that's he is living proof, legitimately living proof of that being true. That is so funny. All right, well, you know, that's really all I got for you. I really appreciate you doing this, Shannon. Seriously, is not to fucking suck your cock any more than I already have, but you really are one of my heroes within the space. Like I said, bro, I watched that tournament. I was like, this guy's insane, and I really did aspire to pull something off like that. If not with Mech Knights, just with a deck that I love. It's definitely very inspirational. So I do want to say thank you for coming on the podcast. You pretty much already plugged your stuff, so we can kind of skip that again. Twitch, YouTube, Column King, definitely check them out. Good stuff there. The chat's always sick too, by the way. I am in there occasionally as well. But yeah, man, that's all I got, and thanks, dude.
Hey, bro, thank you. Appreciate the combo, bro.
Yeah, seems good. Seems good. All right, guys. See you, Simps.